Hello guys, welcome back to another video of RJ Coding Tips. If you guys have been following our Python Basics for Beginners series, well, congratulations. You guys have successfully completed the course where we explore the fundamental concepts of Python programming in a simple and a fun way. Now, the time has come to level up our knowledge. We are going to take everything we have learned so far and start applying it to real-world projects. And what is the better way to begin than with our very first project? A GUI password generator. So in this project, we will build a functional and interactive application that generates secure password just within a click. So without further ado, we are going to start building this project and let us see how we are going to implement all the knowledge we have learned all together. But an important thing to be noticed, while our learning series was conducted in Manipuri language, which is my language basically, but all our projects, including this one, will be in English. This way, anyone around the world can follow along and benefit. Plus, Python is a global language, so this will give you even more confidence to code and share your work with the whole world. Also, I'm going to create another video in Manipuri. If you guys understand English, then you can just follow this video, and if you guys cannot follow this video, then you can watch the other video which I will be uploading later. So without further ado, let's start the video, guys. For our first project, we already have made the project folder name as project1, and we got the Python file which is named as main.py. You can already see it here. And then this is the requirements.txt, where we are going to see all the requirements and the packages that we are going to need to build this amazing GUI password generator. So let's see at the requirements first. For the requirement number 1, we are going to use Kinter. So Kinter is a package that is required to create a GUI window with specified properties and settings. So it provides a tool to design a user-friendly interface. Like you can create stuffs like pop-ups, message box, like that. So let us visit the official Kinter documentation page and see what they say about it. So this is the web page where we are going to see the Kinter package. I will give down the links in the description. You guys can also visit this page and read them for yourselves. Kinter package, that is TK interface, is the standard Python interface. So it is a toolkit for creating interfaces. So they are available on most operating systems like Linux, Mac OS, as well as Windows. So let us see an example. This is a hello world application in Kinter. Smallest one we couldn't write, but enough to illustrate the key concepts you will need to know. So this is just an example where we can know the simplest and the basic one of how to create a Kinter GUI application. So let us see. So from Kinter we have to import everything, and then from Kinter we have to import this TTK. So TTK is already a function or a method that has already been predefined in the Kinter package. Let's see. Then we can see that this TK function here, this method, it creates the main application window which will be set in the root variable. And then we are going to generate a frame here using the frame method, and we are going to set the frame window to the root variable and give a padding value of 10 from all sides. Now we are going to make it a grid format, and then we are going to label it, labeling a text like hello world, and that hello world will have the column starting from 0 and then rows from 0 also. We are going to insert a button. We are going to write a text say quit, so that when we click on the quit button, it will destroy the window. So this root.main loop will run this application. So this is just a simple basic hello world GUI where it will say hello world in a button which will say quit. So when we click on quit button, it will automatically destroy the window. So let's copy this and let's see. Come to main.py and paste it here. So let's run the program. Okay, so we have this simple application here. I'm just going to resize it here like this. Here, as you guys can see, we have this hello world and then quit button. We have the text hello world, and then it is in the column 0. It is in the first column in the first row. And then we are going to get the button here after the text, because the column is 1 and it is treated as an array. Where you guys can see, we have set it in a grid format. So the grid goes like this: column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, and column 6. But it starts from column 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes on like that. And then this is the row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, and it goes like that. So this is just a simple and a basic application of the Kinter. I'm just going to leave it like this so that you guys can know what is the simple application of this Kinter. I'm going to write simple application of Kinter. For the applications, I'm just going to keep it like this, and for the main project, we are going to move to PyCharm and see how it looks in PyCharm. Moving on to the next requirement, we are going to see a message box. So it comes like this message box from Kinter. So in this message box from Kinter, we are going to go to the official documentation page and see how it is implemented. So let us come here into our browser. I will leave down the links in the description also. So kinter.message. So it is like Kinter message from yeah. And as you guys can see here, they have this image. This is an example like hello world, okay. And do you wish to proceed? Yes, no, cancel. And then goodbye, okay. Do you want to continue? So these are all message box or prompts like that. We can also see things like this in creating a website using JavaScript, like alert confirmation box like that. So it is basically the same, but we can implement this using the message box from Kinter package. Coming to the next requirement, so it is the random. I think we have already done it here. Yeah, we have already done in exercise number 3, exercise 7, and then in this mini project, etc. As we have already done and learned about this, I'm not going to say and explain more about it. I'll just read this out and sum it up for you guys. So it is an essential package for generating random values, which can be useful like creating randomized password or generating unique data. Like you can generate random integers, numbers, characters, values, and everything like random stuff. You can just do it using this random packets. Coming to the fourth requirement, we have the string. So with this string, we can generate constants like letters, digits, special characters, which are often used when working with text, especially in password generation or text manipulation. So by using string, we can like create, generate, and manipulate the data. The string will generate a list of strings, and the random will basically sort them out and pick out the random stuffs from that. So we are going to need this. And last requirement, we are going to need this package called Paperclip, and it is the only package that we are going to need the installation for. So keep your internet ready, guys, because all the above, like the Kinter and the random and the string, they comes by default with the Python installation. And as you guys can see here, I have already this Python 3.8 version. So it is installed in this Python part also. So if you guys haven't installed, then please watch Python installation and please install them on your system. Also, you can just create environment variables and do that, because for project making an environment variable is the best option. But for now, I'm going to just come back here, and then I'm going to write here how to install it. So we are going to write pip install paperclip. Typing this in the command prompt or the PowerShell window, we can just install this. So it says that it allows copying text to the clipboard programmatically, making it convenient for users to copy generated outputs like passwords. So when we copy something, like when we click on the copy button, it will automatically be copied to our clipboard. So it is the method for that. And as you guys can see here, coming to the website, so it provides a close platform for copying and pasting text to the clipboard. But before that, I think I have missed this implementation of message box. So come back to our program. So I'm going to write just simple application of enter message box. So I'm going to import message box. So from enter import all, and you can just import this message box also. I'm going to write a function like dep show message, and then so it will run automatically when I call this function. So I'm just going to say message log dot show info, and then this information of hello world. So and after that, I'm just going to show this. like so message run this function. Okay, so let's just run this program. And as you guys can see, application frame, and here is the information like hello world information. This is the title, this will be the title, and this will be the information like the text on the pop-up. I click OK and it will just automatically close. Okay, so this is the simple application. I'm going to do it like this. Now, as you have seen, we have known how to implement the Kinter as well as how to implement the Kinter message box. I'm just going to give them a comment like this so that you guys can just copy and use them while learning this project. Okay. After that, we are just coming back to our browser and we are going to use this paperclips. Okay. But before that, we must install it first. So for that, I have already given this pip install paperclip. Just come here in your terminal or in your command prompt, or just you can just open the terminal like this. Okay, and you just write pip install paperclip. After writing this, just press enter and it will automatically install. I have already installed it. Users guys need to install and it will start downloading some resources and it will install automatically. But for me, I have already installed it, so it's saying requirement already satisfied. Okay, so I'm just going to close it here. And basically, you must install Python in your system first. I'm saying it again and again. If you guys haven't installed Python in your system, then you must install it. Come back to the browser. We are going to import paperclip and paperclip.copy. It will say hello world and then paperclip.place. Let's see how this works. Now I'm going to import this paperclip and then paperclip.copy. It will be hello world and then paperclip.paste. So I will just do it like this, and now I'm going to run this. When I run this program, it will automatically paste this hello world. But before that, I'm going to do like this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to copy this also. So you guys can see here in my clipboard, I have this some simple application and then simple application of Kinter, and this Kinter.messagebook.error. These are some things that I have already copied and they can be seen in the clipboard. But when I run this program, it will automatically be copied into my clipboard. So let's see when I run this. Let's see. As you guys can see, this hello world, it is already been copied to my clipboard. Okay, so this is the implementation of paperclip. For that, I'm going to just leave it here. Now we are going to move to the main part of our project, that is creating a GUI password generator. So we have opened our PyCharm. We are going to just open our project, which is included in this project 1. I will just, as you guys can see it here, these are the project 1, project 2, project 3, and I will keep adding more projects later. But for that, now we are going to just drag and drop the project and here. Okay, so it will ask for the project. If I trust all the projects, so trust projects folder, and we must configure our interpreter so that our project works. So configure Python interpreter. You can go to interpreter settings, and here you can just select your local interpreter that the system has been installed with, like this, or add a new interpreter like add local interpreter and create new virtual environment. If you guys want to give this project to other people, then you can just use this virtual environment, generate new. So click on this virtual environment here, and then I'm just going to resize it a little bit. Click on this virtual environment, and then the base Python will be this interpreter I have already installed in my system. Then location, you can just keep it inside this project and you can inherit this package from the base interpreter. But I don't prefer inheriting all the packages, because if you have installed a lot of Python packages, then it will all come to this virtual environment. We only need the required packages like the paperclip only. So don't click this too. We can just click on OK and it will create a new virtual environment. Then I will just click on OK and it's initiating. In order to install the paperclip, we are going to go to the terminal here. When you click on the terminal, it will automatically inherit the virtual environment. So you can see this VENV before the terminal part. It is saying because we have already initiated the virtual environment. Okay, so inside this virtual environment, we are going to install the paperclip. So pip install paperclip. Okay, then just click enter, then it will start downloading like this. So as you guys have seen, we have already installed it in the whole system, but for our project, we are only going to install these packets, specific packets, not all the others. Okay, I'm just going to exit from here, and now we are going to add another file here. So this main file will be the implementation, and then we are just going to click here, right click on this, and then click new, and then Python file. So I am going to name it as app and ignore requirement. Okay, so this app.py, we are going to write all the project code here. So first of all, we are going to import all the required necessary dependencies like import kinter, and then from kinter import the message box, and then we are going to import random, and then import string, and then you are going to import the paperclip. Okay, so these are the required dependencies that we are going to use. Okay, so instead of writing kinter again and again, we can just sum it up and call it as tk. We'll just use this tk so that we won't need to write kinter again and again. We are going to need two main functions. For the first function, it will be generating password function. Okay, so we are going to write def generate password. Okay, so I will just give it a pass so that it works, and then the another function is for copying the generated password. So for that, I'm just going to write def, and then I'm just going to make it fast. I'm going to put this. Okay, let's just try it out first. So it says that the project ran with 0 errors. For this generating password function, we are going to use a try catch method. So I'm going to use try accept the length of the password. If the user wants a specific length, like if he wants a specific password up to 10 characters, up to 16 characters, or up to 30 characters, he can input the length of the password. In the try block, length equal to, it will be an integer format. So I'm just going to say user length dot get, and then an if condition. The length is less than 4, generate a message box which will show an error here, which will show an error saying that error, this will be the title, and the message will be like this: password length should be at least 4 characters. Okay, after this it will automatically return try again and again in the loop. Okay, and then we are going to generate the characters. For the characters variable, and then we are going to use the string, and then we are going to generate ASCII values like ASCII letters. Here password characters can include letters, digits, and also it can also include string dot punctuation. Okay, so they will include all of this. By the way, we have already done this in the previous exercises. After the characters, we are going to use the password variable. It will just join them like randomly join the characters. So choice, and it will then the choice comes from characters for every character in range of this length, where the length includes the length given by the user. After this try, it must accept some errors. In the accept block, we are going to accept value error. In the value error, we are going to say message box dot show error. What will be the error? This error, and then please enter a valid number for length. If the user enters a non-integer number, like a non-integer value, then it will show this error. But you guys must see that there's an error. It says that this is an unresolved reference. So we will create them later. Before this generating password function, I'm going to create the GUI. Okay. For creating this GUI, I will name it as a main window. For this main window, I am going to initialize the hinter.tk. For the title, I am going to say main window.title password generator. So this will create a main window and we will add the title password generator. We are going to create input boxes and the level. For that, we are going to create a level for the length. Level, I'm going to say length level. For the length level, I'm just going to write tk.level. I'm going to accept the value of main window. And then text will be enter password length. I think this level is uppercase. Okay. So we are going to place this length level in a grid. For that, we are going to use this length level and then we are going to use grid. It will create a grid where it starts from row initial, which is 0, and then column also 0, and a padding of x, which is equal to 5, and a padding of y, which is same as 5. After that, I'm going to use the user input, and in this length entry, I'm going to write tk.entry. So this entry function, it allows the input of simple text. So I'm just going to write entry, and where it will be entered in the main window. Place this in a grid also. So length entry dot grid. So where I want to place it, it starts in the first row, but in the second column. Same padding I will give it for this also. And as we have already used this user length.get, like this length entry and this user length, it must be same because this will be entered by the user and this value must be accepted here. So I think I will just change it user length entry and then also here user length entry, and then I'm just going to use this user length entry here. Okay, now the problem has been solved. After that, we are going to use button. Okay, for the buttons, I'm going to write btn equal to tk.button, and in this button where it will be placed inside the main window, and then the text will be generated, and then the command. So this command will run anything like any function, any work, or any method that it will be given here. So when we click on this button, it will run generate password function. So for that, we are just going to use this generate password function. But as you guys can see, this command generate password, it doesn't work. It's because Python is an interpreter, so it keeps on coming from line by line. So it cannot find the generate password function because it is down below. So we need to make some adjustment and bring it up. So I'm going to put this function here. Okay. Then the error must be gone. It recognizes the generate password function. So this command, when I click on this generate button, it will run the generate password function. After generating the password, it must be shown in the same window or the frame. We are going to add the necessary code, but before that, we are going to place this button in a grid also. So button grid, and then it will be in the same row and the column must be 0. And then the column span set to 2, and then like the password, it will be long. The span size of the column will be 2, and then padding y of 5, like in from top and bottom. I hope you guys are following me. After setting the button in this grid, for this generated password, copy here and paste it here. So this length level will be, I will say pass level. It will be shown in the main window, and then the password, this enter password length. Instead of this, I'm going to say generated password. Okay. And now I'm going to write pass level dot grid, and then I'm going to write row equal to 2. It is basically 3. Then column will be the same. They are in the same column 0. And then I'm going to write pad x still 5 here, and then pad y still 5 here. And then this is the level for the password. For the generated password, I'm going to write gen pass. For the gen pass, I'm going to say tk dot entry. So this will be the automatic entry from the generate password. For that, I'm going to write main window, and I'm going to give a width of 25. So keep this also in our grid format. where it will be in the same row 2 and then column 1, and then same padding x of 5 and padding y of 5. You guys just can say padding equal to 5. But if you guys want a little bit more modification, then you just can modify from top down and left and right side. We have missed something very important. Inside this generate password function, come here after this password, we must show the password, okay? For that, like this, it is unused. So it says local variable password is value is not used. So we missed this one. For that, we are going to declare another variable. This is genpass, which will be the generated password, okay? We are going to use this genpass, and we are going to insert the password at the index 0, which will be the password. And let's see if it works. I click on run and enter the password length. I click on 5 and generate. So right now it's working. When I click on generate, it generates me a password with some characters and some digits. There is something wrong also here. Like when I click on another number like 10 and click on generate, it still adds the new generated password before here, as you guys can see. And when I click this again, you guys can see like it is regenerated again and again and again. So let us fix that. For that, we are just going to delete it after generating the password, like genpass.delete from where, from index 0 and tk.off from this endpoint. Okay, let's see if it works again. Say 5 and click on generate. So it gives a random password. And when I say another password like 10, so the previous one value is deleted and then it gives another one. So I can generate many more like this. You can just click on clicking it and it will generate new ones again and again and again. So I think this window is very small, but you guys can make it a little large. Okay, the design is especially upon for you guys. For copying the password, I'm just going to again take this up here. Okay, and then for this copy password, we are going to use the paperclip. Okay, so I'm just going to use a variable name as password, and inside this password I'm going to use this generated password value and I will get this value of. Then let's see if password, like if the password exists, like if the password is there, then we will utilize this paperclip dot copy. Will copy the password and it will say info. The title will be copied and then password copied to clipboard. If the password is not there, like if it is empty, then it will say a warning with the title showing warning. Okay, let me just put it in a quotation and then no password to copy. Okay, and I will just remove this password there. The copy password function is finished, but we need to call it somewhere. Okay, so we are going to create another button here, and when we click on the button, it will automatically run this like here. Okay, I will just copy this function and paste it here, like buttons for copying password. Okay, and then this I will say button 2 because we cannot use the same button. Okay, for the button 2, it will be the main window and then it will say copy and then command. In this command, it will just use the copy password. Okay, remove this and then it will be at the third row and then column. Okay, column span 2 and I think it's great. Okay, after giving this, let's just rerun this program. Let's see. Okay, the password generator is here. but it says enter password length. I'm going to say 16. And then when I click on generate, it generated me a password. And when I click on copy, this must be automatically copied to my clipboard. So it says password copied to clipboard. Let's check. Okay, it has already been copied to my clipboard. Okay, I click on OK. And then when I do some another like 20 and click on generate, it generated me a new one. And instead of copying like this, just click on the copy button and it will automatically copy to our clipboard. Sounds good, right? So basically, we have finished our project here, and I'm going to give you guys an assignment or some exercise like that. Like you guys must try to implement a function which will automatically save the generated password to a file. It can be a CSV file, TXT file, okay, with the time and date. I think this is very easy. Just try to do it, and I will add this code section later. You guys just try it out first for yourself and try to implement this project, okay? I hope you guys had so much fun building this project. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out our next project. So comment down below your project ideas or enhancements to this one. Until next time, happy coding and happy holidays, guys.